Who took a flight in the last month? Somebody must have. Right, do you realize what hazard you were facing? If you looked out the window of your aircraft, you'll have seen gas turbines sitting on the wing, operating at up to 60 bars, 60 atmospheres pressure and 1,900 centigrade, and fundamentally uninstrumented, not being looked at. That's a risk that's been run for 60 years. You're quite safe, but the way they do it is to derate, back off, and run safe. I'm Ian Macafee, CEO of Oxsensis, and I'm going to tell you how we aim to change some of that, spice it up a bit, build a valuable business, and then also create partnership opportunities you might like to take part in. So what do? We use light to look at things that people can't look at using electricity. We look at pressure, temperature, position, vibration, acceleration, engineering things. And 10 years ago, a UK aero gas turbine manufacturer told us to go do it, and they were right, and we're still doing it. You take an optical front end, clever materials, sapphire, cost a fortune you might think, but no, it's the same material that's in the back of the window of this camera in your BlackBerry. And you create a 2,000 centigrade capable device in terms of an optically interrogatable structure. You bolt that onto a telecoms back end using people who'd worked in that industry. And you can go do things. So what? Why would you do that? Look at the market. Aero gas turbines burn $150 billion a year worth of avgas. Incremental efficiency gains as you move the systems through their evolutionary cycle are 1% to 2% per chunk. So we want to claim the ability to influence 1% to 2% of $150 billion a year there. Airframers want to reduce the CO2 and fuel per passenger route mile by 20% by 2025. They'll do that in part by reducing weight on the aircraft, by using carbon composite structures, which unfortunately make the aircraft more susceptible to electromagnetic interference effects. We can help. We want to pin something on there as well. It's not transport, but I'm going to tell you that down an oil well at 5 kilometers, down an oil well at 350 degrees C, we can measure things other people can't, and it's valuable. I'm also going to tell you that in power generation, we can pin our colors to shifting efficiencies in power generation. And if you do that by 1 percentage point in the UK gas turbine fleet, you'll displace 1 million tons per annum of CO2. But specifically, what do we have to do? We have to run hot, and we do that using clever materials and clever interrogation. And we keep the clever bit of the instrumentation cycle a long, long way away from the hard thermodynamic action. Because it's a non-electrical instrumentation system, we don't care. Strike it with lightning. I officially don't care. Do it. And meanwhile, my electrical sensor legacy competitors will blow up or stop. While we're doing that, you'll pull out more than just pressure. You'll pull out temperature and acceleration, or pressure and temperature, in a rich data stream other people haven't pulled out before. So you start to map the machine, fingerprint it physically, and that stream of data, which our customers are using already, fits in beautifully with their business model, and they help to optimize the machine's operation, avoid unfortunate incidents, and reduce cost. Who's doing it? Well, we've been doing it for 10 years, and the team there include experience in the FTSE 100, management of companies, in aerospace and defense, gas turbine through and through, that's me, engineering leadership from a photonics background, also in small and large companies, and also the right sort of fast growth financial director startup. An excellent bunch of investors, at least one of whom's in the audience, and some fantastic customers. So note, commercial contract, GE Aviation, for sensors for their aircraft development and then manufacture. Same for Parker Aerospace, fuel systems, aircraft. That is for design and also manufacture. GE Measurement and Control Systems for optical instrumentation, downhole wells, and Airbus for development of avionics and also for landing gear instrumentation. That slide is dominated by aero. In terms of the business price for us, it's 20 to 40 years times $1 to $2 billion programs, 2 of which we're commercially engaged with, and a third which we're now negotiating. So what we'd like from you is partnership in aero to help us establish the credibility to supply from 2017 onwards into aero, and also partnership in industrial and oil and gas to be able to bring earlier revenue through the industrial and non-aero product. Thank you very much.